Well, we want to talk more about this visit and ask the question, what does this mean for Cubans? And to answer that question, we are reaching out to a Cuban citizen right now. But before we begin the interview, we want to tell you that the phone lines are a little tenuous, so there might be a bit of a delay in this interview. Do bear with us. But we do think it's important to speak to people in Cuba right now. And among them is Celia Catalina. She is a pediatrician in Cuba. We are reaching her by phone in Havana. So Celia, thank you for joining us. So obviously a historic day, a historic visit. How are Cubans feeling about Barack Obama arriving in Cuba?
Well, in general, I think we are very optimistic with this visit. And also we are very grateful because Obama took the first step to make approach and make the countries change the situation that has been taking too long, 50 years. And I think that they're very optimistic with the change. Yes.
You say optimistic. What is your hope this visit will actually accomplish then?
Well, in terms of change for Cuban people, I think it's the fact that we have been isolated from the rest of the world. All the information is always filtered and before we receive it. And now we hope we can get information straight from the news. And in fact, this interview I'm doing with you, it's really strange for me. It's unique experience because it means that things are changing.
Well, things are.
In a moment in the past, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Well, as you say, things are changing by the very fact that you are speaking with me right now. Does that mean that people were fearful up until this point? Are things changing that people feel more emboldened to speak out publicly about their hopes with this new relationship with the United States?
Surely, yes. That doesn't mean that I'm not nervous. A few minutes ago, two men were talking to a couple. I don't know where they were from, but they were asked to clear the area. And I saw that, and the man stood there. He was dressed in civilian, and he stood there until the tourist left. And I was really nervous.
So
I can tell you.
Well, as you say, you're still a little nervous about authorities questioning you, speaking out about this visit. I wonder then, what is the message you're hearing from the Cuban government? What are they telling people about this trip? What are they telling people about the future of Cuba with Obama's visit?
Not much. They are clear. They have said that they will not make any change. At least not as the government of the United States wants. So they haven't talked very much about them. In fact, when the Minister of International Affairs were asked about those changes, he just avoided the answer the question.
Celia,
he didn't give a straight answer.
Celia, sorry to interrupt. Before we lose the time here, I do want to ask, though, President Obama will be making a national address to the Cuban people. He'll make a speech that's broadcast throughout the country. What are you hoping to hear from President Obama as he makes that speech?
Well, I think, I hope he talks about the needs of Cuban people. Like I said, the opening, so many human rights we were lacking, like free expression of mind, or traveling, or so many things that we're still lacking. And I hope he speak about those topics.
Celia, I want to thank you for speaking with us. I know it took a little strength and bravery to do so today, so I appreciate that.
For wanting to hear now.
Thank you. And that is Celia Catalina, a Cuban citizen and a pediatrician. We have spoken to her from Havana.